Hello, friends. This is JOC bringing you today's Ranting Politics headline updates. We've got a packed show with some absolutely wild stories that you won't believe. Coming up, the FBI just dropped a bombshell with thousands of new JFK assassination records that were somehow hiding in plain sight. Then, breaking news out of New York as Mayor Eric Adams gets a get-out-of-jail-free card in his bribery case. Plus, President Trump's not messing around with Hamas, giving them an ultimatum that could reshape the Middle East. But wait, there's more. We'll dive into how Barack Obama accidentally created the department that would later become Trump's DOGE, and wrap things up with a shocking presidential pardon that has everyone talking. Stick around, it's going to be a wild ride. In a stunning development that reads like something straight out of a conspiracy theorist's dream journal, the FBI has just uncovered 2,400 previously unknown records connected to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. This bombshell revelation comes directly on the heels of President Trump's executive order to declassify files related to the assassinations of JFK, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. According to Fox News sources, these records were discovered during a comprehensive review of the FBI's archives. The agency explained that they found these documents while transferring files to their new Central Records complex, a project that began in 2020. Thanks to modern technology and improved record-keeping processes, they were able to locate these files that had somehow slipped through the cracks for 6 decades. The FBI has already notified the appropriate authorities and is working to transfer these newly discovered documents to the National Archives for inclusion in the ongoing declassification process. This development follows Trump's campaign promise to unveil everything related to the JFK assassination, declaring that after 60 years, it's time for the American people to know the truth. Now, it's worth noting that this isn't the first time we've been promised full disclosure. During his first term, Trump initially blocked the release of hundreds of records, citing potential irreversible harm to national security. But this time, he's made it crystal clear. Everything will be revealed, no holds barred. Whether these new documents will finally put to rest the countless theories surrounding that fateful day in Dallas, or just add more fuel to the conspiratorial fire, remains to be seen. Breaking news out of Manhattan today as the Justice Department has ordered prosecutors to dismiss the high-profile bribery case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. This stunning development comes as the new DOJ under President Trump has determined the charges were politically motivated, stemming from Adams' criticism of the previous administration's handling of the migrant crisis. The dismissal order, penned by Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, specifically notes that the case has improperly interfered with Adams' 2025 mayoral campaign and hampered his ability to address the pressing issues of illegal immigration and violent crime in the city. While the charges are being dismissed without prejudice, meaning they could theoretically be refiled, the DOJ has directed that no further investigative steps be taken against the mayor. The case originally erupted when Adams was indicted last September, accused of accepting thousands in luxury travel perks from foreign nationals in exchange for political favors. The mayor consistently maintained his innocence, arguing the charges were retaliation for his outspoken criticism of federal immigration policies. It seems that argument has finally found a receptive audience in Washington. This dismissal marks a dramatic reversal of fortune for Adams, who has recently shown willingness to align with stricter immigration measures, including potential rollbacks of sanctuary city policies. The mayor's celebrity attorney, Alex Spiro, declared victory, stating that despite sensational claims, there was ultimately no evidence presented that Adams broke any laws. However, the story may not be completely over. The dismissal order includes a provision for review by the confirmed U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of New York following the November 2025 mayoral election. For now, though, Adams can redirect his full attention to tackling the ongoing challenges facing New York City, free from the shadow of federal prosecution. President Trump has delivered an unambiguous ultimatum to Hamas, setting a hard deadline of noon this Saturday for the release of all remaining hostages held in Gaza. Speaking from the Oval Office in a stark and forceful statement, Trump warned that if Hamas fails to meet this deadline, he would permit Israel to end the current ceasefire and unleash what he described as all hell breaking loose in the region. The president's warning comes as concerns mount over the condition of the hostages still in captivity. Trump pointed to the severely malnourished state of 3 recently released Israeli captives as evidence of the dire situation. These men, Eli Sharabi, Ohad Ben Ami, and Or Levy, had lost significant weight during their 16-month captivity, with their appearance drawing comparisons to Holocaust victims. Trump emphasized that he wants all hostages released at once, not in what he called dribs and drabs. When pressed about specific consequences if Hamas fails to comply, the president remained deliberately vague, stating only that Hamas will find out what I mean. While not ruling out potential U.S. military involvement, Trump clarified he was speaking for himself and acknowledged Israel's right to override his position. The ultimatum arrives at a critical juncture, as Hamas had just announced its intention to cancel a scheduled hostage release for this weekend, claiming Israel had failed to fulfill its obligations under the ceasefire agreement. The terror group specifically cited concerns about humanitarian aid delivery to northern Gaza, where infrastructure has been largely destroyed. As reported by the New York Post, this development also ties into Trump's broader vision for Gaza's future, including controversial proposals to relocate Palestinians to neighboring countries and potentially withhold aid from nations that refuse to cooperate. The president is set to discuss these matters with Jordan's King Abdullah II at the White House, though the immediate focus remains on securing the hostages' release before his Saturday deadline triggers what he warns will be severe consequences. In what might be the most ironic twist in recent political history, the powerful new DOGE department that's currently making waves across Washington actually traces its roots back to the Obama administration's healthcare website debacle. Let me tell you how a billion-dollar website failure accidentally paved the way for one of Trump's most significant government oversight tools. Back in 2010, when Obama launched the Affordable Care Act, the administration handed the website contract to CGI Federal, run by Michelle Obama's Princeton classmate Tony Towns Whitley. The result? A spectacular $840 million technological mess that couldn't even verify Obama's own identity when he tried to sign up. Instead of admitting the vendor selection was problematic, the administration created the United States Digital Service, or USDS, to fix the healthcare.gov disaster. They brought in Google engineers to clean up the mess, and while they eventually got the website working, something more significant happened. They'd inadvertently created a tech unit with authority to investigate and operate the back-end systems of every federal department. Fast forward to today, and Trump has transformed this modest tech support office into the powerhouse DOGE department. Using the existing authority and funding structure Obama put in place, Trump didn't need congressional approval to give Elon Musk unprecedented access to government systems. Talk about unintended consequences. The DOGE teams are now diving deep into Treasury's financial systems, auditing the Pentagon, and uncovering what Musk claims is massive evidence of fraud. They're finding regular payments going out to individuals without social security numbers, with some Treasury officials estimating up to $50 billion in annual fraud. Of course, Obama's lawyers are now frantically trying to stop what they helped create, with Democrat-appointed judges claiming irreparable harm if Musk's team gets even read-only access to payment information. But the foundation was already laid. The very system Obama built to fix his wife's friend's website failure is now being used to expose and eliminate government waste on an unprecedented scale. In a dramatic turn of events, President Trump has granted a full and unconditional pardon to former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, wiping clean his corruption convictions from 2011. But that's not even the most surprising part. Trump's hinting at nominating the former governor as U.S. ambassador to Serbia. Let me break this down for you. Blagojevich, who you might remember from his stint on Celebrity Apprentice, was originally serving a 14-year sentence for trying to sell Barack Obama's vacant Senate seat, among other corruption charges. You know, the infamous "I've got this thing" and its full golden recording that had everyone's jaws dropping. Trump had already commuted Blagojevich's sentence back in 2020, but this full pardon takes things to a whole new level. During the signing in the Oval Office, Trump didn't mince words, claiming Blagojevich was set up by a lot of bad people. This comes right after Blagojevich's recent appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, where he drew parallels between his case and Trump's legal battles, calling out what he describes as a corrupt and dishonest FBI. The 68-year-old former governor has been maintaining his innocence, insisting his colorful comments about Obama's Senate seat were just describing a unique opportunity. But those FBI tapes told a different story, suggesting he was looking for payoffs ranging from $500,000 to $1.5 million. The timing of this pardon is particularly interesting, coming as Blagojevich has been increasingly vocal about his support for Trump and their shared experiences with federal prosecutions. And now, with this ambassador to Serbia suggestion floating around, it looks like we might be seeing the start of Blagojevich's political comeback tour. Talk about a plot twist nobody saw coming. And that wraps up today's explosive headlines on Ranting Politics. From newly uncovered JFK assassination files to Mayor Adams' case dismissal, Trump's ultimatum to Hamas, the surprising origins of DOGE, and Blagojevich's unexpected pardon, it's been a day packed with major political developments that'll keep everyone talking. For more breaking news and in-depth analysis, follow us on X at rantingrp and visit rantingpolitics.com. This is JOC, signing off, and thank you, our loyal listeners, for choosing Ranting Politics headline updates. We'll be back soon with the updates you need to navigate these interesting times. Until then, stay tuned, stay informed, and as always, stay free.